man, yes sir, they killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. We still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grind together, we all came from hunger pain.
Yeah, late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down. We're the StreetGeek NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, coming with another wonderful episode of That's Right, You Best Believe It. I ain't telling you no lies. It's been a minute. Black together. Say black together. All right, so it's been a lot. You're probably used to Black Together, Walk in Her Shoes. Black Together, A Walk in Her Shoes is Lady Lisa, and of course, Madam Butterfly. But Black Together, just regular old Black Together, is myself and Lady Lisa. So, with that said, let's go and introduce the awesome Lady Lisa. Say hey.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah. And shout out to Alan Lewis talking about some happy Halloween Eve. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all get y'all candy out there. Shouts out to Alan Lewis. Shouts out to Thomas D. Up in the spot. What up, what up? Nice to see y'all up in here chilling. We're gonna talk about a serious situation. A serious issue out in those streets for people that are Black together.
Because we have been talking about divorce.
Divorce, that's right. There's 3 episodes of Divorce Court that we want to get into tonight. We watch Divorce Court pretty frequently. And we always have these discussions about it. It had like so much fun talking about it together. So we figured, hey, it's been a while.
And it shouldn't be fun. In all fairness, it's a serious thing. But they make it so fun, Lord, because it's just
like the way they cut it and stuff.
Sometimes the foolishness. It's just okay. All right.
Yeah. So they make it fun. They make it good. They make it worth our while.
And Alan Lewis, ain't nobody get no divorce. That was clickbait. Thank you.
Alan Lewis like, hold on.
He done broke out his popcorn and everything. Sorry.
Like, ooh, you heard? You know I heard. I heard they was getting divorced. So, first episode, we got 3 episodes or 3 couples we're going to talk about. First couple is season 23. Episode 58, and that is between Alton Sharp and Diamond Sharp. All right. Thomas D said couples court is wild too. So yeah. So first I'll throw it in the chat. So you know what I'm saying. If y'all ever need to come back for reference, look it up, see it. You know what I'm saying. Y'all have the people's names right here. You know what I'm saying. So y'all can be like, oh yeah, I remember that. So. We made notes, copious notes, if you will. Alan said I was rooting for you.
I was rooting for you.
Oh man, Ty was mad on that.
How dare you?
So we made notes. Did you want to start with your notes, or because I got some notes about this?
I mean, we can kind of, as we get to a certain part.
Go ahead. I know you have notes. I don't want to step over.
Well, I thought we were going to go through the show.
Oh, no. I was just picking out certain points about what they did.
Well.
You can go. You go, because I want you to flow.
Let's start from the top. So
okay.
You have Alton Sharp versus Diamond Sharp. First of all, Miss Diamond is 24 years old. But you look at her and you say.
She
what? In she's 24 years?
She looks a little older than 24.
Because she had on so much between the wig / weave, whatever it was, and the lifetime supply of makeup that she had on. Girlfriend looked all of 42. And I was just like, how is this possible? Who's 24? So anyway, that's like the first thing that kind of hit you, like 24 who? Yeah, and then
she had a wig on that kind of made her head look big.
It did.
But no, I can't really jump on her. All right, out to sharp, right? Now, all right, you know, my brothers, we done look. Thomas D said she looked like a kid drawing.
Yeah.
All right, check it. Fellas, we've been on Beast Vibes Life. We've been on NERDSoul Sports, which will come on tomorrow. We've talked about the Beijing, all right? My brothers out there, I know y'all spray painting your hairlines and stuff. Look, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You want that old thing back, you want to hold on. All right, but this brother right here.
He had about 3 different hairstyles.
Okay.
all together.
All right, my dude had like, it was like a Caesar in the front. Hold on. Because it was like a Caesar with Beijing paint in the front, but then a cul-de-sac of dreadlocks. And it was like mad thinned out dreadlocks. Like they want like them thick, healthy dreadlocks that you
He had like grease in the front and then like reggaeton.
It wasn't accentuating the brother's dome. All right. So this story is one where we get he's getting on her about being, you know, out on the internet, you know what I'm saying, showing pictures that kind of racy, provocative, you know, being out there, you know, on Instagram, pretty much putting your assets out on the street. All right.
However,
and she made a comment about like, you know, like of course I'm doing this, and she kept referring to Kim Kardashian, how Kim Kardashian takes, you know, pictures that are like racy or whatever.
and she's a wife.
And she's a wife, so why me as a wife can't take pictures and put them out with my stuff out and my things hanging out? And Judge Faith was like, "But are you getting paid to do this?" Because Kim Kardashian getting paid to do this. She was like, "Well, no, I'm not getting paid to do this," and she was just like, well, you know, she just let her kind of come to her own conclusion on that. But I'm gonna throw it to, because you know we finally have your presence here.
Mm-hmm.
Please break down to me whether you think she should be able to do this or not, because Kim Kardashian is doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I'd like to hear from you.
I mean, I'm not gonna get into the whole Kim Kardashian thing. Bottom line is you ain't Kim Kardashian, so let's just leave that there. But and your husband is not Kanye.
Yo,
okay.
y'all in the chat. He said low wage dreads with
Shamar.
Yo, bro. He said the Tyler Perry wigs. Look,
he would have been better off with one of them Tyler Perry wigs. I'm saying that now. Anyway, no, okay. So this is my thing with this. The catch is he met her because he commented on one of her thirst trap pictures. Yeah. He got trapped in the thirst, right?
She put him out there.
So you know that's how their relationship started, right?
Word.
So my thing is,
but he was like, "You married now."
But hold on, though. A conversation needed to be had about, okay, I know this is how I met you, but now that you are my woman, I really don't want you doing that anymore. You know,
want the things out in the street,
right? So, and that's a conversation that should have been had before marriage. Now, if she was like, "Nah, I'm still gonna do this before marriage," then don't marry her.
Yeah.
But if you marry her, knowing that she's still doing it, don't come and complain later on. That is, I would say, y'all, you will find that is a theme throughout divorce court. Yeah. I'm going to come to divorce court and complain about all the things you did before I married you.
Yeah, and you have a big rule about anything before they got married don't count. Break that down to them.
So it's just that if your partner was doing something or did something before y'all got married and you knew about it, you acknowledged this is what they were doing, and you married them anyway, I don't want to hear about it later. Don't come to me crying, complaining about what they did because you decided to make a permanent government-backed tie with this person despite their behavior. So I'm not interested. I'm not interested in you whining and complaining. You can say, I am now tired of it. That's fair. But that's not usually the argument. The argument is I can't believe they did. Why you can't believe it?
No, because we're going to talk about one up in here where it's like, what you mean you can't believe? But all right, so basically the thing is she was butt naked on the internet.
Well, she won't butt naked.
Well, she was close to butt naked. They showed a picture of her, and it's like the butt was out there.
It was out there.
It was definitely receipts of like, you met her like this, man. I don't know if she's gonna change. I'm just saying, I'm not saying she can't change, but she gotta make that change for herself. You know what I'm saying? She gotta make that change. If she does, it's gonna feel real good. Shimon.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
But she might not want to be saved. So I made a note that she ain't making no money for free softcore photos. And the reason, all right, so in general, Instagram is used as a portfolio of softcore images by a large portion of the women that congregate on Instagram. Now, that
was the most diplomatic.
that portion is then upheld and hoisted up, if you will, by those trapped in the thirst. And of course, you know, the people get likes, and then of course they also buy fake accounts. There's click farms and stuff, but those hopefully lead them to what are, you know, sponsored posts and ads where they get paid to kind of like, advertise things and kind of be pretty and stuff like that, which is where the Kardashian money or Kardashian like stuff comes in. But it seemed to me like she was essentially using it just to meet new dudes. And she talked about Kim Kardashian numerous times.
She did.
But I never heard her talk about like, I've pursued this company, or this company has contacted me. So it's like, if you try to be a businesswoman so bad, then why haven't I heard in this whole conversation that, you know, I reached out to, you know, I don't know, Victoria's Secret, or I reached out to, you know, what is the flat tummy tea, or all these like, you know, products that these girls be hawking all the time. Like, I reached out to the protein fit whatever to, you know, to show my body in some yoga or something. Like, we never heard none of that. All we heard was that Kim Kardashian did it, so why can't I do it? Now, some could argue that maybe Kim Kardashian's path ain't the way if you want to stay married, but everybody got their own.
Yeah.
But then when they were going back and forth, she made a comment about, I don't need to compromise.
That's what she said.
Hi. Yo, Thomas, I saw that comment. There was a second where I was like,
he asked, he said, is that a dude?
I was like, you know,
because her makeup was so heavy.
It was
a reasonable question.
Her makeup was fantastical.
It was a lot.
It was up there. And I was just like,
because I was like, it's no way this woman is in her 20s. There's no way.
She just, maybe she smoked a lot. Maybe she.
No, she didn't have like she didn't have the creases in the face. It was that, I'm telling you, it was the wig and the makeup. It was the wig and the makeup.
She has a very small body, and her wig made her head look like a light bulb at the top of her body. It was weird. But anyway, she said, I don't need to compromise. Now, let me try. We talk relationships and stuff on BlackTogether. It has been a minute. Y'all foul in the streets. So, if you're going to be married, you're gonna have to compromise something. You will need to compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're in a group, man. I mean, not in a group. You're in a duo. You're in a team. This is a partnership. You're together. Y'all are a unit. You're just gonna have to compromise something. Like, something is going to. The idea that you will not have to compromise and you don't need compromise might be setting yourself up for failure. I say that. I think you might be setting yourself up. You don't, because you like, I don't gotta compromise nothing. And then you get in, you're like, oh snap, I'm compromising all the time. And then, your feelings be hurt. But I mean, Lady Lisa, please shed a light on the compromisation.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that should be obvious. It should be, completely obvious to anyone who's getting married. But I don't know what they thought marriage was going to be. I really think they thought, I don't know what they thought. I'm not able to sit here and try to understand. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking when he married her in the midst of her posting all these pics and that foolishness. I don't know what she thought, she was doing when she got married and thought she was going to continue to do this as his wife and potentially somebody's mama. Because having a child ain't going to stop.
True. Now, with all this, with all the possible cheating, the Instagram photos and everything, they had each other polygraphed, right?
Oh my God.
And they found out both of them was telling the truth. They didn't cheat. He didn't cheat. She didn't cheat, right? So, but the dude, Alton, right? His friend. Okay, go with me. His story is. His story is his boy just got out of jail, right? All right? Just got to flow with me. He said his boy just got out of jail. So he was like, yo, he ain't had no phone. So he let his boy use his phone to make some critical calls, I guess. But his boy took his phone and was impersonating him. So, all right, say his boy is, I don't know, David, all right? So Alton gave David the phone, and David started impersonating Alton and talking to girls, like texting girls, and sending pictures of himself meaning Alton. So David sending pictures of Alton to girls, right? Catfishing them, sort of, right? That's what's coming from Alton, right? So Alan said he was listening to Lie About Profile. All right, so check this. When the text started coming back and exchanging, wife sees it, right? And she's like, oh, you cheat. And he's like, nah, my boy had the phone, right? Now, peep the excuse that he gave to us. He said he let his boy text from his phone to another woman because he wanted to help him get acclimated back into society.
First of all, who taught you?
Rest my case.
First of all, who taught you acclimated? That's first of all.
My case.
You know what?
I can't.
I think that's up there.
Oh,
I think that's up there with the my friend borrowed my pants. That has to be. That has to be up there with the my friend borrowed my pants excuse.
Bruh, when he did, okay, so with that, there was another. I'm gonna get the exact. All right, so there was another episode of Divorce Court, right? And it wasn't Alton. Alton didn't do this one, but this dude, his wife found phone numbers in his pants, right? And he was like, she was like, what are these?
Not phone numbers. Huh? Condoms.
Oh, condoms. Yeah, she found condoms. Yeah. Where's it? What was it? He said that he had let his, here it goes. The dude said condoms were in his pockets because someone borrowed his pants. I want you to understand where this man took it. Now, look, fellas, all right.
Lie till you die.
Look.
Lie till you die. And with an excuse like that, you gonna die.
I posted on Instagram because I couldn't believe it when I heard it. The man said that his friend had been wearing his pants. So Judge Faith was like, all right, so your friend wore your pants. Well, where was your pants? Like, what pants was you just You just wore drawers
No,
until
no,
the
no.
drawer
So, no.
and then
This
he,
is
then he
no,
said he put pants back on.
no. This is the thing. His boy spent the night over his house,
All right, cool.
and his boy didn't want to put his pants back on because they were funky, I guess.
Oh yeah,
So,
he got bad hands.
so he borrowed his pants.
That was already made funk.
I don't know.
So you done used your pants up.
But my thing is, if your boy borrowed your pants and you say those his condoms in your pockets, that means your nasty behind put on those same pants that your boy was wearing without washing them.
So now that means all of his undercarriage is in those pants.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Right, so all of his undercarriage is in those pants. And you take your pants, put them on, and put them up on your undercarriage. You know what I'm saying?
All of
and
that.
It's like a thin layer of just like, used butt jeans. All right? All right, and it's all flourishing around your stuff. All right, but then he wore it. That's the story that he told us.
No, there's a condom here. It's not mine.
Oh man, this is my boy's condom. Mine. Well, how you get it? Oh, see, I gave my boy my pants and he wore them. Well, then why you ain't just wash them? Nah, I had to put them joints straight on. Yo, tell me they said when the phone hits the fan. When the phone hits the fan, smell like chitlins, grits, and ham. Yo.
I bet it did.
Yo.
I bet it did.
Man, look, so that was his excuse. But Allison said, look, I'm just trying to help stop recidivism, all right? I'm just trying to keep it down. I'm trying to acclimate this brother to society. He ain't had no super phone before. You know what I'm saying? When he went to jail, it was an iPhone 2. You know what I'm saying? Now we out here. Come on, man. I'm just trying to help him out. That's the story we got. Ultimately, they got, I think, counseling or something.
I don't know what they got.
I know they walked off together, though. I think they need to wrap it up. You know what? There's always hope. There's always hope.
No, not always.
You never know.
Not always.
You never know.
There's not always hope.
Alan Lewis said, so basically, he was walking around with lust and despair. Yeah, because you know the pants was like warm when he put them on.
Ugh. It probably was moist.
It was like a little wet. All right, we're going to move on. Oh, man, I love divorce court, for real.
Oh, my God.
Divorce court be getting me sometimes. All right, so check it. The next episode, course season 23, episode 59, and this is between Quentin Steele and Kimberly Steele. Now, this is what I want you to start with because I got my notes, but I want to be fair to everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go in talking about Kimberly. You know what I'm saying? And this does kind of get sad a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's some more funny stuff up in this joint. So I put the names up in the chat. Y'all can look those people up. Quentin, Kimberly Steele, Lady Lisa, take it away.
My first note is he was cheating before they got married.
Homie was cheating on her for 19 years straight before they got married.
First of all, they was together for 19 years.
So they were together
Unmarried.
for 19 years and been married for one?
So now this is too much.
Oh, man.
Because that piece of paper should have changed everything. Bippity boppity boo.
This man has been running around on this woman for 19 years. All right? 19 years. I want you to imagine being cheated on for 19 years and being like, let's get married. I don't get it. I mean, she still want to get married. I know, you got a love attachment or something, but you gotta let that go. If you're out in these streets getting cheated on for 19 years, if you've been cheated on for a year, look, all right, so, okay, here's my, how do you feel about cheating? What's your rule on cheating? Go on, you.
Don't.
My thing is, okay, if someone cheats on you, you have to decide for yourself, is this something they've done or is this something they do? Meaning,
Yeah.
like, is this a lapse in judgment of them trying to maybe be someone they're not, maybe trying to live up to something, in front of their friends, or maybe trying to like posture at work, or maybe they just got caught up with some girl that, at first they thought they were friends, they got closer, or is this dude out in the streets like chasing people down, trying, did they swerve them?
Yeah.
But I think 19 years shows you that
Yeah.
this dude is definitely he's a ladder.
He's a serial cheater.
He's a habitual line stepper.
No,
right?
Ain't no line no more.
Yeah, he done blew up that line. He just crumbled that line and threw it away.
And the thing is, I mean, he should. Because if she allows, because at this point she allows us, this is a way of life for the both of them.
Well, yeah.
For the both of them. And my thing is, once you see that this is what he's doing and you stay, what is his incentive to stop?
Yeah, because
like, for real.
And she just kept going back to how much he loves him and stuff. And I mean, I understand.
Like Tina Turner said, what's love got to do with it?
Yep, you know what I'm saying? Look, hey, you gotta leave. So anyway, she learned of photos on his phone. Now, usually women go through all kinds of methods to get inside your phone. But she said, I'm not going to take his hand while he's sleeping and put it on the phone. I'm not going to guess the password. I'm going to a high power. This woman said, I prayed to God to get a passcode on his phone. Now. Oh, man. I don't know why it's so funny to me. I'm just imagining, like, you on your knees, like, God, I just want to get my photo back. Look, the dude's been cheating on you for 19 years. You don't need to pray to God to get in the phone. You know what you're going to find. You're going to find,
I mean, that's true.
Nothing but cheat. That's all you're going to find. You're not going to find, like, oh, snap, the call was coming inside the house. Like, you're not going to find something special in there. Like, oh, God, it wasn't him cheating. It was his twin brother. Like, you're not going to find that out.
This is not a nighttime drama.
Alan Lewis said, I bet she called T-Mobile for the password. Nah, she went higher than T-Mobile, boy. She
made a higher call.
She said, dear Lord, I come to you this evening. I wanted to say I love you and thank you for surrounding me with your angels.
This is your humble servant.
Humble servant. What's her name again? Is it Kimberly? Dear Lord, this is your humble servant, Kimberly. Coming you saying thank you this morning for waking me up this morning, Lord.
And if you would
surround me with your angels, Lord.
You would just bless me.
You put your angels inside of the phone and release the passcode, Lord. Release it so that I may see what this man is doing behind my back. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And then it was like bling. And the
Lord said,
in my mind, that's how it happened.
The Lord said 5548.
Oh man, the Lord was like, it's 26. 34, 26. Look, man, look.
But she said the Lord gave her the passcode, though.
The Lord did give it to her, so the Lord
won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he will?
Look, you out here asking God for nothing. You ain't asking him for enough. All right, you need to ask for more. You know what I'm saying? He opening phones.
Ladies,
remember when the FBI wanted to open the phone and they couldn't even get the phone open? That's the FBI.
They talked to the Lord.
All right?
They talked to the Lord.
Didn't pray. See, they would have prayed. They would have been like, dear Lord, this is the FBI. See? But see, you asking the wrong person. You was asking Apple. That Apple is made by man. All right? But see, you was asking Apple. That's made by man. She need to go to God.
You need to go to Alpha.
Yeah, see, you go to the Alpha, no baby. That's right. All right, so, okay, so of course she found photos of women's crotch all up in there. Now, I love this.
She was so hurt. She was so hurt.
She was hurt.
She said, I was so hurt. I'm like, I don't understand. I mean, shouldn't this have been
was doing this.
Shouldn't this have been a very familiar hurt? I'm confused.
Look, but he said those were unsolicited crotch photos. So, like, yo, Quinn was like, I didn't ask for these. Quinn was like, look, I was chilling, minding my business, and I was like, boom, oh, I got a text message. What's this? Oh, snap, how did I get this? Because that happens to me all the time. Whenever I'm chilling, the numbers don't even know, just crotch just up in my face. It happens to everybody, right? That's just, you just chilling. You're like, oh, text message. Let me go and check what it is. Oh, I didn't see that. See, my brother, how did that person get your number? Or you know what? Maybe the text message is the photo. And he's like, I'm sorry. Who this?
Right.
And then she'll be like, is this Eric? And he be like, nah, this is Quentin. I'm sorry. I can't accept these types of photos because my wife don't play. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that is not what the text messages said.
No.
Not even close. The text messages were highly familiar. Now, he said these text messages old. Remember? I received these. They're old. It's not even. But I'm like, how old are they? Are they 20 years old?
No, remember she said that it was a video.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, no, they sent me the video. He was like, no, that was you taking the video because I heard your voice on the video, crazy?
She said, not only is it a video, but you in the video.
And she know the girl that the video was of.
Man, it was almost exactly like the R. Kelly skit or R. Kelly episode on Boondocks. Like, dude was in the video, talking in the video about what he was going to do to her after the video was done. And she knew the girl in it. But this brother said, these are unsolicited. I don't know nothing about these. But once again, what you got to do, you got to lie till you die. Because if you don't, he can't just outright, he can't just outright be like, yo, all right, well, okay, you got me. You can't do that, man. You gotta give some panache, you know, a little. So, lastly with this, when Mr. Steele comes home, she has a way to make sure that he has been minding his P's and Q's. And,
well, P is the operative letter.
She's been giving this man smell tests every time he comes. So, so he comes in. So imagine coming to your house and your wife being like, let me smell that.
No.
She said he came in and she smelled a waft of scent of a woman's perfume.
No, but she said she checks and sniffs his drawers.
Yeah, she do sniff his drawers.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do. This is what I'm not gonna do. That's a whole new low. That's a whole new low. Nope. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I mean, are you a bloodhound now?
It'd be like, Sandra? I knew you was with yo.
Like when you get to the point where you smelling your man's drawers, you have to sit back and be like,
you gotta look in the mirror.
What am I doing with my life?
Baby, you gotta look in the mirror at yourself. Look, all right, to any woman that is watching this show and heeds any word possible from our rants about divorce court. If you find yourself sniffing your husband and or boyfriend's drawers because you don't trust what they do with those drawers outside of the house,
it's time to go. It's time to go.
You have to reevaluate.
No. pack up all your stuff or his stuff, whichever applies.
What?
Somebody got to, either he got to go or you got to go. Because, no.
It's just wrong. It's just, all right, so what, I don't even know. Thomas D said, what is all this glitter doing in your private area? What you got glitter on your drawers for? Oh, we was doing arts crafts.
You know that glitter get everywhere.
We was doing arts and crafts at my boy's house, right? and I got some glue on my pants, so I had to take my pants off so we could get the glue off. and then when we was doing that, my elbow accidentally hit the glitter, and the glitter got up on my drawers because my pants wasn't on to block the drawers. So that's all that happened, baby. You don't worry about that.
So you and your boy was in your boy's kitchen in your drawers.
No, not both of us. Just me.
Oh, okay. So you were in the kitchen with your boys. They full clothes. You and your Fruit of the Looms.
Well, no, it's
right.
because we had to get the glue off.
Okay, fine, but you in there in your drawers.
Yes.
Okay.
For a small amount of time.
Doing arts and crafts.
Yes. Men like arts and crafts too.
Mm-hmm.
See how plausible this sounds, everyone? Oh, Thomas D said, smelling like Popeyes and catfish.
Woo!
Oh, Lord. I mean, Popeyes and catfish isn't a bad smell unless
it's coming from your crotch.
It's coming from your drawers. If someone's, if you like, yeah, girl, it's gonna be like you ain't never seen. You're like, yeah, girl, oh yeah, you go on, you're like, is that Popeye? like in your head, because you don't want it, you're like, I know that smell.
Huh.
Like I'm not mad, but
no,
it's a little strange to smell that right now.
That's you be like, you need to go wash.
Yo, you look, like them old people say, you need to wash. You need to wash.
And I don't mean here, I mean at home. Goodbye.
You need to go home, get a loofah or something, and just suds. Get a healthy lather. Suds and just scrub it and just rinse it down.
All right, but this takes a turn.
Okay, it does take a turn.
Yeah.
We find out that Quentin has stage 4 cancer.
Lung cancer.
Mm-hmm. And we find out that he's been doing this as a way to act out because, you know, his I guess emotions and his feelings around being here, how long he might be here, stuff like that. And it's dumping on to, you know, Kimberly and all of that pain and hurt surrounded. And I guess he feels like, you know, what's the point of life if I'm not going to be here?
Yeah, well, that's what he says. He's been cheating all these years. So,
but he's been cheating for 19 years.
So,
I don't think he's been stage 4 for 19 years.
If he has, then I give it to him.
That brother's resilient.
But yeah, that's his new excuse.
Yeah, his new excuse is blame the big C. And I ain't talking about COVID. I'm talking about the original big C.
Yeah.
Cancer. All right, COVID is like a medium C. Well, no, it's a big C, but it's the new big C. All right, it got to take it.
Yeah, so, you know, it gets sad. You know, gets the judge crying and everything, you know, but it's like, not to be cruel. Exactly, not to be cruel, anything like that, but it's like in our reality, it's like, ma'am. But see, I think the thing is, she stayed so long, and now if she leaves, she looks bad. Yeah, because how you gonna leave him in the middle of him having cancer? You know, so.
So, we got one more. This is an interesting one. All right, so pitiful. Season 23, episode 60. Between Aleda Gonzalez and Casey Bone. And yes, Bone is his last name. Bone, 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 bone. Tell me what you're gonna do.
When ain't nowhere to run.
Judgment come for you. I don't know the rest of that. I don't know that song.
You didn't know that.
But I know, no, I don't know the rest of the song. But I do know that song is still dope.
Yeah.
We reviewed it on Beach Vibes. Like, I still enjoy it, but you know, I'm gonna miss everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. Diddly down, diddly down. All right, I don't know the rest. All right, that's all you need to know. so.
But I can hold on that note. I can imagine a young person today listening to that and saying, "I don't hear nothing else from y'all about our music. Don't say another word to me about nothing that we put out."
Oh man. Oh dang. Like, look, man, look. Bone, they dope, man. Bone is dope. So I ain't gonna mess with it. It's Bone and Biggie. Like, I ain't messing with them. You know, Bone is dope. So, all right, so these two were the middle school sweethearts. So this is our last couple. This is actually a sad situation.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so the girl was 14, he was 15. And he got her pregnant.
Yeah.
And their parents pulled them out of school. So now you're dealing with two 20, 21-year-olds that have like 8th grade education.
Yeah.
And they're both stunted at like 14.
Yeah. Psychologically, mentally, developmentally, whatever. Yeah. Whatever lead you can think of.
And old boy is like, I want to be a barber. Now, mind you, he goes through the whole show talking about how much he want to go to barber school. He want to be a barber. He's into barbarism. All right, I added that piece. But this was interesting because I looked more to the parents at the beginning of this episode. When I was like, well, hold up, their parents both let them drop out of school. Like, and don't get me wrong. You know, I know a child is a huge stressor on a lot of things. I'm not saying that children aren't blessings. Yes, we love kids. But when you got kids, like, that's a lot of work and a lot of money. But someone in 7th grade, like, to see how they turned out now, they've been evicted. She talked about getting kicked out like twice or something like that. They've been back and forth at their mother's house. Can't keep a job. The boy.
No, not can't.
Oh, won't keep a job. Yeah, because he said, these aren't jobs I want to have. Dude, you ain't got none of the 8th grade education. What you think you going to get? And, bruh, like, y'all ain't rich. So what you think you going to get? Yeah. So then, Thomas D said, not if they babies kids. Them some little demons. So, he keeps quitting these jobs, saying that he wants to be a barber, but the boy hasn't enrolled at a barber school. He's not cutting hair on the side. He ain't watched a YouTube video about cutting hair.
You know why he hasn't enrolled in barber school?
Because the mama.
No.
Oh, who?
Because it takes money to enroll in barber school.
Yeah, it does take money.
And if you don't keep a job, you can't get the money to enroll in barber school.
But the mama, I thought you were going to be hardcore on the mama because the mama's the one that's like babying it.
Oh yeah, I'm hardcore on her too.
Drop the info on the mama because the mama is
so okay. So both of them, are telling their stories about, she's saying, well, he don't want to keep a job. Then he tells his story. Come to find out, she don't want to keep a job either. They don't like the jobs they get. All this other kind of foolishness. You got a child to feed. You can't keep a roof over your head, but you don't like the jobs that you get. Miss 7th and 8th grade education. Okay. So, they just talking about their struggle and how, they're not able to do anything. Well, yes, that's what happens when you have a kid at 14, 15 years old. Yeah. But then mama gets on and it's like, oh, I'm so proud of them and they've persevered through everything. They're just I'm like, they just said they're trifling. I'm trying to figure out.
They're struggling for all this time. You come up here talking about how good they've done.
I'm like, ma'am, were you not listening?
And then he was like, my mom pulled me out of school and she was like, well, this is not exactly right. I had to take him out of school because of something else. I can't remember which.
Some foolishness because he was being bullied.
Oh yeah, because
she took him. So let me get this
being
straight.
bullied, so she took him out of school.
So let me get this straight. So you just gonna take him out of school and just say, "Hey, good luck." You don't try to put him in another school. You don't try to homeschool.
You don't try.
So it's like, so mom just gonna get on here and just start lying pretty much and try. See, that's
Mama done left something out.
That's probably his problem. You know, is she always covering for him?
Yep, and coddling him and everything. So now you got this boy that's in a man's body now.
Yeah.
And same thing with the young lady. She's essentially a girl. It seems like their development stopped right then when they had the child.
Yeah.
You know,
and she was pregnant with the second child.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. She's pregnant again. Why is she pregnant again? Drum roll, please. Because she wanted a baby. Now.
And they live in his mama house.
I know somebody gonna jump on me in these comments talking about it's her body, if she wants a baby. But I'm like, look, y'all already getting evicted from places, yo. Y'all already getting evicted. Look, you can't. Yo, how y'all feeding the first baby? How the first baby eating?
Because they living in his mama house. You know, mama sure.
He said, oh, he's Tyrese before the fame. Yo, look. You can't have a baby just because you want to have a baby. You can't. Man.
Michael Jackson said, if you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby.
Don't have a baby. Look, babies are cool. They're awesome. But you're getting kicked out of everywhere you go to. You can't keep a job. He can't keep a job. What you think the baby eating? Dreams? Hopes?
Hopes and dreams.
And then this dude, okay, all right. He's talking all this mess about cutting hair. This is one that we can learn from. What he's doing, what I've said that he's doing, I've diagnosed, is that he's using barber school as an inspirational barrier. And what I mean is all these people that act like they can't do anything until they achieve XYZ goal. And then they always make sure that XYZ goal is like not obtainable because, all right, I'm not saying that being a barber is easy. I'm not saying that going to barber school or trade school to become a barber is cheap. But what I am saying is when I was in middle school, I knew kids that were getting paid to cut hair from their friends, just like I would get paid to cut people's grass and stuff like that. I know kids in high school that was cutting heads at their house. You know what I'm saying? That was making a little money here and there. So if you got to do what you got to do, you sit down, you watch a full day of YouTube videos, you get one of your friends that don't mind being a test dummy, you get some cheap clippers from Walmart. Trust me, I already know. They're not the best, but they do clip, all right? And then you go up to, you find a barber somewhere that maybe still has a sharpener that they're not using. Maybe they bought 2 sharpeners or whatever. Sharpen those Walmart clippers, and you do what you got to do on the low till you can get to school to get the actual certification to do it for real. He don't want to do nothing.
Nope.
He's lazy. But if he keeps using, I want to be a barber. All right, cool. Why don't you go to barber school? Well, I ain't got no money. Well, did you ask mom or something funny? Try to get money from someone else? Well, no, I just, it's always an excuse and a barrier to get to that the aspiration or that dream or whatever. And when you think about it, in all honesty, the dream is not that hard to attain. It's like, I'm sure we all know or grew up around women that was braiding hair in their mama house in the kitchen. They didn't have no certification, but they was getting that money. And they saved that money up and did something with it. So, bro, I ain't trying to hear. Cause I knew 2 kids in my neighborhood that cut heads, and we were like in 10th grade.
But like I said, he don't really want to cut hair. He doesn't really want to become a barber. Yeah. Because the bottom line is he would have found a way. And like I said, he don't need to get it right now because he's not going to do anything but screw it up because he has no work ethic. None. Yeah, because he took jobs because he don't want to do it. He think he going to go sit down in class, barber school for, 2 days to get a certification. No. You have to, do all of the book work.
Yeah.
You have to do, the practical part. Then you have to actually do so many hours of cutting hair.
Yep.
You have to, all these things that you have to learn, all these, he didn't have the work ethic to do all of that, to follow through.
Yep.
He didn't have it to follow through. So it's like, even if you were able to get into, into barber school, you weren't going to follow through because you ain't got no work ethic.
And believe you me, everybody wants to quit their job if they don't feel like doing it.
I'm telling you.
For example, you guys know I got a 9-to-5 and I do this on the weekend. I have a great time doing this. Now, I have a Patreon, I have, Super Chat and Cash App and stuff. If NERDSoul got to the point where I could do this independently, I'd love to. But I'm not just quitting my job because I don't feel like it. What? Huh? I'm sure my child will be like, hey, Dad, I'm hungry.
As he says, my stomach is hungry.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you might like a pair of socks, some soap, maybe, I don't know, a juice, some bread. Where's it going to come from?
All of that.
Bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Where that bread going to come from unless you're making bread. You got to make the bread to get bread. This fool said he quit the job because that's not what he want to be doing. Do you want to be collecting checks? You dropped out in 8th grade. You got pretty much 2 options. Hustle it out in the restaurant industry or in construction or something. Hustle it out. Maybe you make it up to maybe like a decent carpenter or something like that. Or, maybe like a general manager or something like that. Or you hustle block. And he don't look like he's, too savvy to hustle the block. I'm trying to he don't look like he's savvy enough to hustle the block like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to diss him. I'm just saying, you dropped out in 8th grade, man. And it's not your fault because, it's your fault, but I do think their parents should have done everything they could to keep them in school, to at least get them out of high school. But, like Lisa was bringing up, we don't know. We don't know what was going on in their parents' lives. Maybe their parents couldn't sustain them going to school because somebody got to watch the kids.
Exactly.
Like, you in school for, 7 hours a day, 6 hours, 8 hours, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But, might as well say 8, 9 hours by the time you wait for the bus, get on the bus, get off the bus, get home. You know what I'm saying? Who's watching that baby? Who's wiping butts?
Because every family is in a position to step up as a parent again when their child has a baby. We don't know how bad off they were, whether they could afford it or not, or whatever it is. Or you may have some parents like, look, I had about enough of you. I'm not raising your kid for you.
Not I had about enough.
I'm just saying, we don't know. You get what I'm saying? It's like it could have been an issue of they've been in trouble, and it's like, this is the last straw. Now you gonna bring me a whole nother life for me to start parenthood all over again? No.
And so after watching this, I was talking to Lisa. I was like, yo, I hate to say it, but this is a great case for you know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all shouldn't have kept this baby, and then Lisa said, maybe y'all should have gave this baby up for adoption because it's 14, and this is why when, we as parents, or when y'all have kids and become parents, or maybe if y'all have children that are older, that's why sometimes you got to be kind of hard when they're coming into that preteen, teen area of 11, 12, 13, that section, because it's you're about to be in a position to make decisions that control the rest of your life without realizing or comprehending the long-term effects of those things. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm sure at 14 they weren't trying to get pregnant. They were, you're 14. They probably had some hormones, just fooling around, and even though 14 seemed young for me, but I know how it is in these streets now. I know how it is. But I'm just saying, in no way did they think this is going to ruin our lives. consequence. And I'm not talking about the baby. This isn't like a baby, you know, babies just run around ruining people's lives. But what I'm saying is like this, the consequence of this has stunted everything that we could possibly do. That's why having a kid is such a big deal, because there's many things like I can't. How many diapers have we bought?
No.
Like, I mean, it's just on that alone. Formula, diapers, socks, the little bibs, the things to swaddle, the onesies. There's so many costs attached. Babies are awesome, but more in the context of the right time to be able to try to absorb the amount of work and the amount of money that's going to have to go into this person.
Not the
that needs you all the time.
Yeah, not to mention like the emotion of it. You know, the making decisions, you know, kind of thing. The having patience, you know, to the sacrifice, because when you're that young, you don't really understand that the type of sacrifice that you have to make. Sacrificing sleep, sacrificing the things that you want to do, sacrificing the things that you need. Sacrificing, you know, time with your spouse, all of these things.
Yeah. Yes. Because if you think you're going to be able to have the type of time with your spouse after a child that you had before your child, couples time will not be the same. It'll be severely limited. So, you know, so it's just those kind of things where, and I'm not trying to say that if, you know, someone is pregnant at 14, then immediately you got to be like, oh, well, y'all can't have this child. But, you know, after seeing how these two have turned out and knowing other stories that are similar of people being kind of stuck because they didn't get the education or get the opportunity to experience the ability to get education in other places, it's a situation you might want to actually talk about, where it's like, hey, is there someone else that could, you know, care for this baby better, and then also allow you to still finish being a child yourself? You know what I'm saying? And I know people probably don't want to hear that, but that's straight up. Like when you start looking at the line items, these bottles, these cups, these bowls,
telling you,
shoes, socks, shirts.
Yeah, and it's not like you can be like, oh, let's just go ahead and let them wear the clothes from last year. No, they've grown.
And hey, grown person, I go to the doctor about once a year, maybe once every other year if I feel like it. Oh, no, this baby time. Y'all at the doctor, what, like every 2 months, 3 months?
I don't even know.
Yo.
And that's not because they're sick.
That's if you got insurance.
Yeah, and that's not because they're sick. That's because that is basic checkups to make sure that they're growing correctly.
Yeah.
Are they hearing?
Are they getting enough weight?
Yeah. Are they hearing correctly? Are they seeing correctly? Are their bones developing correctly? Are they talking to the extent they should be talking? Are they walking yet? Like.
Yep. All that.
Yeah.
Look. Money.
But I don't like my job, though, so I'm going to quit.
But I don't like my job. I don't want to do this. I'm going to be a barber. All right, cool.
But did you not know that you won't be a barber when you took this job?
Back when I was in VA, my barber had so much clientele. He was able to work in Richmond, D.C., New York, and in Miami. And he was...
You sure he was barbering?
Yes.
Those sound like some hot cities for just barbering. That's all I'm saying.
He was also single. He was also single, but he was able to kind of get up there where he was like cutting athletes' hair and stuff like that. And, you know, he was pulling in some serious money. But he lived in the shop. You know what I'm saying? That dude ain't willing to do that type of work.
No.
He's not. Look, when you say I quit it just because I ain't feel like doing it, like, yo, man, that's just not an adult decision. That's
what people say when they don't have a child to take care of. If you single and you like, look, all I gotta do is figure out how I'm gonna eat. Do what you feel.
Yeah.
But you can't do what you feel. But when you have a child depending on you, you can't do that.
Yeah,
You can't do that.
like it. Okay, so basically, what we're dealing with is a situation where these people are just stuck now, and it's a shame to the point where it does not. It's not a good idea to continue to keep yourself stuck by turning down good, honest work. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, like you, you can't do that, man. You got a child now. It ain't about the biggest thing about the worst thing about children or minors, because I know people be like, it's not a child. Like you're a child. You're a child. But the biggest issue about children having babies is that at that point in your life, you're still in a position where you need to be receiving as much as you can. You're not ready to give yet because you're still receiving education, knowledge, experiences, guidance, all that stuff. You still need to receive. You can't give yet because you ain't got it yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Man,
So this is the other thing I want to talk about because of course all of these. Well, I think this may have been an old couple, but on divorce court, they don't require that the couples are actually married yet. So it's not like technically talking about divorce for each one. So a lot of times they're trying to figure out if they want
should get married
or if they want to stay together at all, which to me, I don't think it should all be clumped together as divorce court. Me personally, I think it should be some other type of whatever for that.
Right.
But
relationship court.
Something, but that's kind of what they do. But so yeah, you know, we watch a lot of divorce court, and so some people may be asking, what this got to do with BlackTogether? Well, a lot of these couples on here are Black couples.
Yep.
And even the ones who aren't, you know, we're going to kind of be talking about some of these situations and how it applies to and pertains to, you know, Black couples, you know, Black love relationships, marriage, and all of that, because, you know, I've seen some serious patterns with a lot of Black women in these cases where they just allow behavior. They just allow and accept and wallow in behavior that they're getting, you know, from their men. Cheating, to be specific. They cheat.
Like hiding stuff.
Mostly cheating. Let's be real. Most of it is cheating, but then they think that the wedding is some magical spell where he's going to stop cheating now because now he's a husband and he respects her as his wife and he respects the sanctity of marriage. And no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't respect you. And guess what, ma'am? You don't respect you. Because you allow this behavior, accepted this behavior, and excused this behavior all this time. Now you want to get on national TV talking about, I can't believe after 18 years he's still cheating on me. Ma'am. Ma'am.
All right. When she said, okay, I'll be honest. When Kimberly Steele said that man had been cheating on her for 19 years, I was like, all right, go home.
Good night.
Right, go home. Good night.
Good night.
There's nothing else. You let this person cheat on you, embarrass you, humiliate you, demean you, you know, betray your trust, all this stuff for 19 years. And then you married them? Bruh, I don't hear nothing else.
Yep. And women can get mad at me all day because at that point, I blame you, ma'am. Anybody who listens to me on BlackTogether Walk in Her Shoes, I say this all the time. Ain't nobody more responsible for you than you. So if this man been cheating on you for 2 decades, that's your fault. Your fault.
He done put in the dual decade of cheating.
You up in here crying, talking about
he gave you a score of cheat. He gave you a full score of cheating.
But I love him. Ma'am, sit down. Sit down. You too old for this. Sit down.
Like, the amount, oh man. Okay. One of the funniest things that I like to see on divorce court is like, you'll get the woman as the plaintiff, the man as the defendant, and you'll hear he cheated, he did this, he ain't nothing. Oh no, what's the trifecta you said? What's the trifecta? He ain't no good.
He won't work. He always cheating, and he always lying.
Yeah, so you'll get that, right? So then peep this. Way deep in the story, they'll be like, yo, she had a baby by another dude.
And then when they show her face, she just kind of look like, well.
She be like, so, but it's different though. It's like, hold up. Why you? And I be, look.
Because I was tired of him cheating on me all the time. So it's like, so you cheated too. Just y'all both cheated.
Yo, I be saying to the men all the time when I be watching this, be like, bro, you gotta bring that up mad early. You gotta bring, when she be like, he ain't no good, he cheat, like, she cheat too. You gotta do that like you kids and this y'all brothers and sisters or something. Like, he did it too.
It's just a mess. It's a hot mess.
I'm like, how are we this deep in the story and we just find out she made a whole person?
Yeah, that was another one. She had a talking about we won't together then. You mean for 2 weeks?
Yes, you said y'all separated for 2 weeks. That's not. I mean, yes.
You had that brother on speed dial.
Yeah, you had that dude locked and loaded. There's no way in 2 weeks from being separated, you meet somebody brand new, and they're like, y'all ain't never known him. Come on, man.
I mean,
like,
it is possible, but
it's possible.
That's some hoish behavior.
You had ram in the bush. Right?
Don't be using biblical principles on this.
You had somebody waiting. You know you had that dude that be waiting like, oh girl, I saw you ain't looking good today. What happened? You crying, girl? Look. She said we were going on a break to figure out what we were going to do.
Oh, she figured out what she was gonna do.
She figured it out. I know what I want to do.
I'm gonna go over here and make this baby.
I'm gonna make this baby right quick. I'll be back. Like, Lisa was like, the whole time I'd be like, she had a baby though. Like, that's what you gotta do. Fellas, this is what you gotta do. Be like, he ain't no good. She had a baby. Like, he ain't nice to me. She had a baby. He'll never buy me flowers. She had a whole baby.
Sir, why do you keep saying she had a baby? Because it won't with me.
It's like, she had a whole baby. Then be like, he cheated. Yeah.
But I ain't had no baby.
I ain't got no baby. But yeah, and then there's been other situations where they'd be like, yo, she cheated too. And you'd be like, yo, how you never said, you know what I'm saying? How you never said she was cheating early in the show?
Exactly.
But
and Tay, you are right. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. And you're exactly right. And it's true. And it's so irritating to me because this is something that, you know, we get into in Walking Her Shoes. It's like, you don't have yourself together as a black woman. You know, you so busy trying to fill in something that should have been fulfilled, you know, years ago as a little girl or as a young woman. So you hook up with this no good man and expect, you know, that you're going to fix him up like, you know, he's some sort of toy for you to form and shape into what you need him to be to fix you. And y'all two broken people coming together making a mess. And he not giving you what you need and you not giving him what he need because you can't.
Yeah. Because you'll never even, because that is usually what we see. Usually what we see is that from the woman's side, I'm going to change him. On divorce court, it's usually, I'm going to change him.
Right.
And from his side, it's always, she'll be different. Like, when I found her, she was in the club dropping it low, half naked. But when we get married, she'll be different. No, she won't.
No.
She gonna be the same.
Exactly. And
with the ring this time.
And if I hear one more woman talk about how she's filling out job applications for her man, ma'am.
All right, look, okay.
Ma'am.
See, they didn't even raise the alarm on that. All right, look. If you have to fill out a job application for a man that is not a paraplegic, then you need to have a very serious conversation about where your relationship is and where he is in his life as a man. Because, look,
That's ridiculous.
Look, I'm just say this. As a man, I'm 39. I come from the old. I'm uncle level now. All right. The men that I grew up around were old men, were older men. All the men I grew up around when I was younger was like, 60, 70, 80, stuff like that. A man works. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I came up. I know things is different now. I understand you can have your thing, but my thing is a man work. All right. A man go out and find work. It ain't easy. Oh, I know it ain't easy. But a man work. Figure it out. Call friends. You look over here. You look over there. You fill out applications. Do whatever. But you find work. You work. All right? Your woman should not be filling out your applications, bruh. Unless you're filling out so many that you just can't write that fast. Then I understand. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just a situation of like you chilling and she filling out applications, no. You know what I'm saying? It is from my perspective, you know what I'm saying, from where I came from. I came from old school brothers, old men that's what they did. They worked. And their essential look on it is you come down the block, you go this way, and you look for work. If you can't find it that way, the next day you get up and you go that way down the block and you look for work. And the same thing over and over. You got to go down there, over here, to the next town. You figure out how to work. And that's just how I came up. And seeing these women do not fill out applications unless there is a accessibility reason. Do not fill out no application for no man. All right? Man, look.
But see, that's the thing
he needs to be filling out his own applications. He needs to be the master of his destiny. He needs to be figuring out where he wants to try his path. Look, all right, stop doing that. Because you babying these men.
Because she's so busy trying to make him into what she need and want him to be. You need to choose a man who is already that. And I'm not talking about money-wise. Don't have nothing to do with how much he make it if he's a, quote, high-value man, because I don't believe in that mess. My definition of high-value man is a man who does work. Whether it be driving a bus, whether it be working in a factory, whether it be whatever it is. It's a man who has a work ethic and who believes in being the head of his household, taking care of his family, being respectful to his wife. That's a high value man.
That's why the high value thing it annoys me. And I'm sorry, guys. I know, don't get me wrong. BlackTogether, we do relationships. We talk about relationships, talk about our relationship, other relationships, what can we learn from, all that. The thing that just gets on my nerves about the dating thing and the manosphere is I've seen, it seems that the way to get on now is to either poop on black women or to poop on black men. When we need each other, dummy.
Yeah.
We need each other.
Absolutely.
And then the problem is money is important. I'm not, like Posh from NERDSoul says, money ain't everything, but everything makes me want it. So I know money is important. But the idea that I'm able to hear all of these conversations, because, I mean, of course, the dating thing is like the hot thing to do now on YouTube. So, or not really dating, it's really more throwing garbage on either side at men or women. But whenever there's these conversations about what you want, I don't never hear trustworthiness, integrity, dignity, respect, responsibility, discipline, restraint.
Nope.
I don't never hear that. I hear money. And money is cool. Don't get me wrong. We just talked about having babies and how much. But the thing is, like, girl, you're going to find out that just because this dude makes a lot of money, you're going to end up with your feelings hurt because you didn't check off the restraint, the respect, the discipline, having actual moral fiber, all these things that actually matter. Like, I remember, I was talking to you. I guess we can end it on this. When I met you, Lisa, did I ever ask you what degree you had, where you worked, how much money did you make? Did I ask you any of those things?
No, I don't believe so.
No, because I wanted to find out who she was, the kind of person she was. Not what you do, Who are you? Then on the side, on the other side, you didn't ask me how much money you made.
No.
Where do you work? That wasn't what was important. Who are you? Who is this person that you are planning on going to sleep beside in the most vulnerable position you can be in? Who is this person?
Right.
Are they like that NFL player that had that the black lady that locked herself in the bathroom? Is that the kind of person that you with? That he beating you up so much you got to lock yourself in the bathroom and call the police? Is that? Or are you laying down beside someone that you know has your best interest at heart? That's going to do all they can to make sure that you stay safe, that they stay safe, that y'all can be a happy couple together. Yo, man, but yeah, that whole, the manosphere and all that stuff, it ain't for me. Like, I get it, and I understand why it's polarizing and makes money. I get it, but the high value man thing is kind of corny for me. And then also the whole like modern woman thing is kind of corny to me too. But yeah, Thomas D said Kevin Samuels. Yeah,
yeah.
Once he said black people should go back to Africa if they don't like it here. When he said that, I was like, what? I was like, all right, my dude. But that's a whole other thing. With that said, I'm gonna go on and hit y'all with the link for the most recent episode of BlackTogether, A Walk in Her Shoes, because they are on hiatus for 2 weeks because Madam Butterfly is on vacation. So check out the most recent episode, because they dope and they be doing their thing and chilling. And we had some time this week to just talk about crazy relationships. Maybe we'll do 6 brown chicks or something, or maybe some more, divorce court or something.
Brown chicks.
Yeah, the 6 brown chicks, the people that be writing in on Twitter, like my man.
Oh Lord!
Remember the one that said that the woman that lets her husband's kids come over, but don't let them unpack their clothes. She don't let them unpack because she don't want them to get comfortable at her house. She wanted them to go back to their mama house and keep their clothes over there. That's
because that man ain't head of his household.
Yeah, because he should have shut that down a long time ago. Look, when you married me, you knew I had children. And you will respect them like you respect me, or you will be gone.
Because I tell you what, you may have unpacked all your clothes, man, but they will fit right back in the same suitcase they came out of.
Look, you just gotta put that down sometimes. And I ain't saying you gotta put your foot down all the time, but there are certain things that, you gotta protect your kids, man. And like, don't get me wrong, I know that there's like, but I want to make sure that, I'm able to have a good relationship too. Yes. But you are charged with raising these children, not raising this wife. So you got to figure out which one you want, because these children are your legacy. This new wife is outside of that. So she has to work into that, or y'all gonna have conflict all the time.
Yep. And Tay 1990, I see you. If you have not checked us out on BlackTogether, Walk in Her Shoes yet, you need to, because it looks like we are here. We here. You can't see me.
Tay 1990 said, I'm tired of high value conversation. Talk about what it means to be a feminine woman. Include discernment, trustworthiness, shrewdness, discretion, things like that. So the dude in this, when he said he just quit jobs because he ain't feel, I was like, bro, men don't do that. But then at the same time, he's Arrested Development at 15, so he doesn't really know what men do. But anyway, with that said, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places, hit that thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, hit that thumbs down if you hate it, but make sure to share, like, subscribe, all them things. You can like it, dislike it, and then like it again, and it'll make you feel good. Also, shout out to the chat, Tay coming through, Thomas D, Kid Hart, Alan Lewis, was Jenna James over here? Maybe. Sean Vanadad? I really hope I did not screw up your name. But Sean, we just gonna stay with Sean right there. All right, so Sean came through, and whoever else was lurking, much love to all y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cool like that. So, Lady Lisa, where can they find BlackTogether, A Walk in Her Shoes?
You can find our Facebook page on, of course, Facebook, BlackTogether, Walk in Her Shoes. You can find us on Twitter, and you can also find us on Instagram.
Cool. That's what's up. So, guys, until next time, which I don't even know what next time will be. Maybe next week. You never know. Because it's rare that we do it because you and Matt Butterfly do it so much now.
Right.
But until next time, from us to you, we're going to leave y'all with P.L. Parker Lewis and Arcatron. We're just saying thanks for rolling through. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow we got Doom Patrol and NERDSoul Sports. Peace.
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed the bare-handed so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too sharp, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody